Hey, Bruce here. I'd just like to thank you for visiting my site, quartermilecalculator.com. I just wanted to let people know that there is great use for the quarter mile calculator in determining the speed of your vehicle and how fast a quarter mile that you can possibly accomplish. It's quite easy. Sometimes you can just use a power speed calculator, which is basically a slide rule, because you've got certain constants that are always going to be the same when you're doing a certain distance with a certain horsepower and a certain weight of a car. Sometimes if everything's perfect, you can't do any better, and that's what these calculators tell you, is what perfectly you should be doing. The interesting thing is that most of the time the constant is like your mile per hour. You might be doing 140 mile an hour, 141 mile an hour, 142, 140. You keep getting this same figure, but your time is all over the shop. You're doing an 11.9, an 11.2, an 11.5, and then you pick a 10.8, and it's like, well, what seems to be the constant here? Well, the constant's the mile per hour, and that's where the calculators really help. They let you know that if you're doing the 140 mile an hour, you just slide them along, and you should be doing a 10.1, a 10.12. And what does it take to achieve this? Well, you've got to have your car be accomplished to pull top gear over the line at your top RPM. Say if you're pulling 7,000 RPM through the gears, but over the line you're only going to 5,000 RPM, well, you know your gearing's out. Well, even that's a constant. If you've got a certain tyre diameter, like if you go, okay, I've got 26-inch tyre diameter, you know that at a certain, it even says on the calculator, at a certain speed, like if you're doing 140 mile an hour with that 26-inch diameter tyre, you want to be doing 7 grand over the line. Well, you can slide the calculators along, that it'll tell you that you're supposed to be using a 4.2 gear in the rear end. So you might be using a 3.5, and it's like, oh, well, I can go up to, probably the common ones are a 4.11, so I can put a 4.11 in there, and I know I'm going to go over the line at the maximum RPM. So all of a sudden your 11.2s, 11.5s turn into 10.2 because you're getting perfect traction from your slicks. You're not using road tyres and the things are smoking up off the line. You're using slicks, the thing's launching out of the hole without any slip. You're going through the gears, changing it 7 grand, 7 grand, 7 grand. You're in the 4th gear over the line, 7 grand, and you do your 10.2. It's like, wow, you know, I finally got there. I finally got my perfect time. That's what the calculator tells you is what you should be doing at the perfect time. But once you've got all this done right, and you know you can't go any faster, you may as well throw the calculator away. You know, you've got no hope in using that anymore. But what you need is like a performance guide. You want to know, where can I improve my engine? Where can I take a little bit of weight off? But probably the most important thing is, where do I do engine modifications that are going to get me a good result? And what's the easiest way to go about it without just the checkbook? The checkbook will always make you go faster, but what things do you do first? Do you do the intake first? Do you do the exhaust first? What size is it? What RPM do I need? Well, there is a way online where you can find where to go and how to do these modifications to make you go faster, so that your times are going to tumble down, and then you can try for a new perfect time. You want to do 10 seconds? Well, it'll tell you how to get to 10 seconds. If you want to do 9.5, it'll tell you what your engine has to be to get to 9.5. So just click the engine start button on the side there, go through, have a look, and check it out for yourself. So thank you very much for visiting my site, and take it easy.